A long day of questions and waiting. An Amarillo jury has been seated now in Bart Reagor's federal fraud trial. I'm Brian Mudd.
I'm Lauren Motter. Reagor charged with bank fraud and making false statements to a bank. The trial expected to last all week long. KAMC Laughead joins us now with an update of what happened inside the courtroom today.
Yeah, Brian and Lauren, Reagor pleaded not guilty to the crimes he was accused of back in April. Jury selection took most of today, and as you can imagine, a very tough task because Reagor was a household name across West Texas for years, and almost everyone has an idea of who he is, what he did for a living, and what he's been accused of.
You know, probably something that I'll hold some resentment for as long as I live. Every time I go by a street and you still see the RD logo, it makes my blood boil.
A lot of people still feel like that across the South Plains, but will a jury feel the same way as Bart Reagor's trial opens in Amarillo? Monday, the federal judge and attorneys for both sides questioned more than 80 potential jurors, eventually choosing a jury of 12 with 2 alternates. The judge asking them if they knew anyone on the prosecution or defense teams, including Reagor himself or witnesses. The defense team asking if the jurors had been exposed to any publicity on the case, if they formed an opinion if Reagor is guilty or innocent, or if they've done any business with Reagor Dykes dealerships or know someone who has. When Reagor Dykes first filed for bankruptcy 3 years ago, nearly 900 customers who bought cars from the dealerships were caught in the middle of a massive lawsuit. People like Eric Burquin, who has been waiting for this day.
If it's 90 years, I hope it's 90 years times 10.
In the summer of 2018, he and his wife went to Reagor Dykes to trade in their cars. And then a month later, the auto group went under.
And I thought to myself, this deal is too dang good to be true. And it was.
He had to buy temporary tag after tag, unable to receive the titles he purchased. After about a year and a half, he was able to get them back, a journey that cost him nearly $10,000, including legal and other fees. But he knows not everyone was so lucky.
Nothing would thrill me more and give me a little more satisfaction than to see him alongside the road on a little chain gang, shackled between a couple of big mean dudes, swinging a sledgehammer, busting rocks, and repaying his debt to folks that he victimized and impacted.
Opening statements are expected to start in the morning, and it will be long days in the courtroom lasting about 10 hours each day through the end of the week. Attorneys hope to send the case to the jury by Friday. Tomorrow we'll be up in Amarillo inside the courtroom, and we'll bring you all the latest right here on KAMC and on everythinglubbock.com.
Laura, thank you. Governor Greg Abbott issuing